Dating rules, approaches, scenarios, ideas, sample scripts, questions, flirting tips, role-playing, conversations, and comebacks to use. Part 1 of 3. Wow, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? Take in all this hot information and implement it with surgical precision for your benefit. You know, this audio portion right here is an amazing section. I want you to listen to everything I tell you very carefully. Take mental notes, role play with someone if you like, and get this stuff down so your dating experiences can be as fruitful and safe as you want. Now, are there actual dating rules? You bet. These are my dating rules, so, they gotta be good, right? Rule number 1, DGA, TMI, AYTS. Of course. DGA, TMI, AYTS. What's that stand for? Well, it's an acronym for Don't Give Away Too Much Information About Yourself Too Soon. Don't give away too much information about yourself too soon. I just wanted to get this part out of the way first and foremost. It will serve as the foundation for your protection and security going forward with all the strangers you're going to meet. Granted, I'm sure you know this, but it deserves added emphasis up front to be sure. Let's be honest. You have no idea who you're meeting. I said earlier, and I'll say it again, trust no one, suspect everyone. The reality is, only share what this person needs to know, period. Don't be in a hurry to spill the beans or give away the farm as to who you are and what you do and what you have or what you own. How rich or how poor are you? Don't advertise this stuff up front. No way. All that information in the wrong hands too early can lead to all kinds of unwanted distractions and other BS down the line. Remember that dating term, haunted? That's what we're talking about. Okay, enough of that kind of protection talk. You got the message. Now, let's get to the stages of the first date, shall we? Time to get out there and meet someone. Number 2, try to follow these recommended stages for meeting someone for the first time. Don't rush into anything, as you know. Take your time. Observe, ask, listen, and learn about this person you're sitting across the table from. Again, remember, trust no one. Suspect everyone. So, the stages of a first date. Well, here's how I would go about it. And again, situations are different. If you met them in person and you say, hey, you're pretty cool. Why don't we go out and get some coffee sometime? I get that. That's cool. Okay. But I'm talking about maybe a perfect total stranger. Somebody you met on a dating app, let's say. Okay. So, number 1, request a Zoom call, or 2 or 3 when you meet someone you'd like to get to know. Zoom calls are great for this. Even if you met someone in person, like I said, and you want to visit with them again out and about, instead choose to do a Zoom call, preferably at night when you're relaxed and can enjoy an evening talking to someone you just met. I say this because you can be in your safe environment, at home, sipping away on whatever you want to drink, dressed however you want to dress, and you could be at your desk, on your bed, on the couch, at the kitchen table, on the floor, laying down. What's great about one-on-one Zoom calls is there is no limit to how long you can be on one of these calls. Granted, maybe the free version has a 45-minute limit. So what? Take a break, come back, call again. You know what I'm saying. The point here is I was on a Zoom call once with a woman, get this, for 12 hours. 12 hours, yep. We started at 9 p.m. and we finished our Zoom call at 9 a.m. sharp. I kind of wanted to make sure we hit that 9 a.m. mark for the record of a 12-hour Zoom call. And I'll tell you something, it was a record for both of us, of course. Needless to say, we learned a lot about each other in all that time, and it was quite fun too. We laughed, we flirted, we joked, we told stories, we shared. We pretended to pour each other a glass of whatever we were drinking. Overall, it was just a great conversation from start to finish. You can't really do that at a restaurant or other public establishment. They usually close at 10 p.m. Or they want you out of there so they can free up your table for the next customer. Plus, there's so much distraction and noise in some of these places. No. Let alone zero privacy for your personal conversation. With a Zoom call, You can really get to know someone quickly before you make that first real in-person date or visit. You also don't have to give out your phone number. In fact, I was out and about and met someone, and I was talking to her. She was a young lady, talking about business, really. And I said, well, why don't we do a Zoom call? Since I just met you and you don't know who I am, Zoom calls are safe. And she says, you're right. I didn't ask for her phone number. I didn't give her mine. I don't know who she is. But a Zoom call is easy because I could email it to her. She can email it to me or whatever. And if you find you don't want to contact that person, you just delete their contact information. It's just so easy. Zoom calls are so easy and you get so much out of them. And again, you don't have to give out your phone number, just an email address. Or, if you wanted to give out your mobile number, you can always block them. Which, if you do block them, hey, done. Over. Next. What's more, when you do finally meet for the first time after a Zoom call, the meeting in person is much more personable than just an initial first meeting, for like coffee or something. You already know so much about each other. That makes your first in-person meeting that much more special. It's as if you've known this person for a long time. Further, you can pick up cues about how this person lives and what their place is like. Is it messy? Is it kept up? Is it awesome looking? Do they have pets, kids, or roommates? You name it. You can learn a lot about a person when they're in their home environment versus them leaving that environment and coming out into a neutral space, like I said, coffee shop, restaurant, etc. You name it. I tell you, again, you can learn a lot about a person without even asking by simply Zooming with them first. Now, if you can Zoom, great. If not, that's fine too. Just see if you can squeeze it in up front in your dating stages. It's just one solid way to collect a lot of information about someone before committing to getting all dressed up, spending a lot of money on who knows who this person is, spending time away from your safety and comfort of your own home. I think you get the idea. Zoom, baby, Zoom, for your first communication. And also, by the way, there's other video face-to-face conferencing capabilities out there with other apps like WhatsApp and Duo and just all kinds. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Zoom. It could be an app on your phone. And again, if nothing goes well, nothing goes right, block them. Oh, if you wanted to hide your background, let's say like you're zooming out of your bedroom, well, activate Zoom's green screen feature and plop your favorite background image, and no one can see that you're zooming from your bathtub.